Hello friends, welcome back to Aakaar Physics classes. We are going through a series of classes for chapter motion. Okay, and this is part 8. Okay, we are going through the part 8 or session 8. Okay, and its chapter name is motion, class 9th chapter, right? Today's topic is, as I have told in my previous video, that we will be coming, or I'll be coming with my videos for derivation of equation of motion. Okay, we have gone through 3 equations. I have given the description of 3 equations in the previous video, and today I'm going to derive the very first equation of motion. Okay, so what is the very first equation? Let us write that first equation of motion. Equation of motion, and the very first equation is what? The very first equation which we have to derive today is v is equal to u plus at. Okay, this equation is there which we have to derive. Okay, we have to derive this equation. Now derive means what? What is the meaning of derivation? Derivation means how this equation has been obtained, that we will find out. From where this equation is originated, that we are going to find out. This is the meaning of derivation. Okay, so let us try to find out from where this equation is generated. Okay, for this we are going to suppose we are going to consider a body, or we are going to suppose a body, a moving body. We are going to take a body, say you are having a body like this, and we are going to consider its initial velocity. Okay, we'll consider that it has a initial velocity. What is the initial velocity? U. Okay, we'll consider the body has this body. This is an object or a body. Okay, and it is having an initial velocity of u. Okay, also we are going to consider that it is uniformly accelerated. We are consider the acceleration to be uniform. Okay, so here acceleration is uniform, right? Acceleration is uniform. Okay, and then we are going to consider this acceleration. We are going to denote it by a, right? Now if the body takes time t, if the body takes time t, okay, time t to obtain a final velocity. This body takes time t to obtain a final velocity of, say, final velocity is denoted by v. Okay, so our motto is to find this final velocity. We are going to find out how this final velocity could be acquired by the body. Okay, how this body is acquiring, or how this equation is giving you the final velocity in time t. So we are going to derive it. Now we know that by the definition of, okay, from the definition of acceleration, we will use the definition of acceleration to derive our equation. Okay, so from the definition of acceleration, okay, or definition of acceleration, we can say that, what we can say, that acceleration is given by change in velocity, or let it be change in velocity, okay, upon time taken. Okay, we can write change in velocity upon time taken by the body. This is the acceleration. We know that acceleration is what? Rate of change of velocity. It is rate of change of velocity, or change in velocity upon time taken. So we are going to put the values here. What is the initial velocity and what is the final velocity? Change in velocity can be obtained by what? Change in velocity will be given by final velocity minus initial velocity, right? If you wish, you can write here that change in velocity, it will be given by what? It will be given by final velocity. Okay, final velocity minus initial velocity. This is the change. Okay, how we are going to get the change? Simply we are going to subtract. So here change in velocity, in place of change in velocity we can write final velocity minus initial velocity. Okay, understood? This much understood? How the change in velocity is written here? Change in velocity, instead of change in velocity we can write final velocity minus initial velocity. Why we are writing like this? Because this subtraction is going to give you the change. How much is the change? It will provide us the change in velocity. Okay, and upon time taken. So we are going to write here upon time taken. Now let us put it into the symbols. So final velocity is, we have taken final velocity as what? It is v. So we can write here v. What is the initial velocity? Initial velocity here is, what is initial velocity here? We have considered, we have supposed initial velocity as u. So it will be minus u, and time taken is how much? It is t. Okay, time taken is t. Now you can see that here it is a. Here a, acceleration. A is what? Acceleration, right? Now if we continue further, you can see it. Let me write it here. A is equal to v minus u upon t. We have got this, isn't it? You can see here we have got acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity upon time t, right? So the same thing I have written here. Acceleration is equal to v minus u upon t. Okay, where v is what? Final velocity, u is what? Initial velocity, and t is time taken, right? And a is acceleration. Now what else we can do? Simply you take this to this side. So when you divide both sides by t, you will get what? You'll get what? Not divide, sorry, multiply both sides by t. So by simple mathematical calculations you can get it get as a into t, which is equal to v minus u, right? At will be equal to what? V minus u. And when you are going to transpose, you will get what? After transposition, or what we can say, after the shifting of u to the right side, to the left side, you will get what? At plus u is equal to v. Simply interchange the thing, you will get what? V is equal to u plus at, isn't it? So you can write it as, or v is equal to, simply I have taken this to this side, left hand side, and let it be to right hand side. So sorry, I should write like this, u plus at. Okay, let me write once more, v is equal to u plus at. So you have derived the equation. This is your first equation of motion. What is this? First equation of motion for uniform motion. Understood? How do you get it? It's very easy. Simply you have taken the definition of acceleration. Definition of acceleration is what? Change in velocity, right? And change in velocity in time taken. Okay, and then after that what you can do, you know that change in velocity will be given by final velocity minus initial velocity upon time, and simply you have changed the value, you have simply calculated it by simple mathematical calculations, not calculations, by simple simple mathematical calculations. You can say that a into t will give you v minus u, and again if you are going to solve it, it will be v is equal to u plus at. So I have repeated, and I hope you have understood. So this is what there in the very first equation of motion, where v is what? V is the velocity, final velocity, u is initial velocity, a is acceleration, and t is time. So with the help of this equation, what you can find out? If any three quantities out of these, you can see you are having four quantities here. This is the first quantity, this is second quantity, this is third physical quantity, and this is the fourth quantity. So out of these four, if any three are provided to you, you can find the fourth one easily. Okay, if you will get any 3 of the values, if you are going to get in your numericals, if any 3 of the values are provided to you, you will be able to find the 4th value, either this one or this or this or this. Okay, so I hope you have understood equation of motion, the very first equation of motion, and will come up with the second equation of motion in the second part. I mean, it is going to be your part number A. Thank you.